Me. Oh, little old me. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the tools I have in my truck. I'm going to show you, well, the whole setup. I take that back. This is my old lady's truck. This red truck you see me driving, that's my old lady's truck. My transmission's broke. Been broke for like a year on my GMC K2500. But alright, I got some brake pads I got to throw on one of these weekends. And that'll be coming up soon. I'll show you a little bit of the tools in my toolbox. That is a must-have inline fuse holder. I can't tell you how many times I've burnt out a freaking fuse where the fuse, you know, plugs into the thing. That area just melts up like nothing. Voltmeter. Let's see, some gloves. Now I never wear gloves, but people that work with me like to wear gloves. I ain't got those sissy hands, but hey, what can you do? Alright, I got some whole thing of pressure cleaner tips, inline fuse holder, screwdriver, flathead. You never use that stuff. Now this is important. You ever break a pull cord, you're gonna want to have a T25. And that will, at least for Husqvarna, that's pretty much, you know, you're gonna be using the Torx for everything. Not that that one's a T25. Oh, it is. So yeah, T25 will get you through a lot. All right, I got a little scraper, lacing cord. There's the Husqvarna pull thing right there. 3 T25s, 128 LD. That's off my old weed eater. I keep that with me in case I need to swap them. But just miscellaneous extra parts. There's a button to turn the blades on there. Old one. There is the clutch off my little chainsaw. This little guy here, the MS-180. I think I've been through 1 or 2 of these clutches. I've had this chainsaw for, shoot, you wouldn't know it by looking at it, but this chainsaw was like 8 years old. This one here actually trimmed some branches off a tree, and the guy gave this to me. Put some gas in it and it runs, and it came with a 14-inch bar. So it's a little shorter than my other one, but I think I actually have the 16-inch bar on it now. Yeah, there's the clutch, crescent wrench. Now I've got more tools in the trailer, but these are just, you know, kind of keeping the truck. Spark plug. My other lawnmower was fouling one of the cylinders. It's got a little bit of oil leak. I don't know if it's the valves or the rings or a combination of the two, but sometimes every week I'd have to change a spark plug. Sometimes a couple months I'd change the spark plug. It'd get to missing a little bit on that cylinder. Hey, another still 180 clutch for the chainsaw. Some black tape, a little caution stuff. Tail light lens for the trailer. I've got another whole tail light in the trailer itself, just in case. Some more fuses. And then if you let your chainsaw idle, okay, you got one of these little Stihl MS-180Cs, and you let that thing idle for too long, you're gonna foul a spark plug out. So you're definitely gonna want to have you a CJ7Y on hand. Another spark plug, a little piece of fuel line. There you go, that's for the big chainsaw. The big girl hiding over there. Where are you hiding at, girl? That's for the old MS-261C. She is a beast too, boys. I'm telling you what, you need a chainsaw. I think the first job I paid like $700 for that saw. The first job was like 2200, 2500. So it paid for itself pretty quick. There's another new CJ7Y for the MS180 Stihl chainsaw. Pair of scissors. Now I hardly ever go in here unless something breaks. There's a bearing that is old, but it's got life in it. So I got it just in case. I've a time or two had to change these puppies on the side of the road to keep at her. Some fifth wheel pins, that's for my GMC 2500. My uncle gave those to me right after I bought a set of pins, so I've got extra pins. All right. Got some extra, these are blade bolts. Got 2 of those in there. Spark plug. Now here's a relay. This is for the Super Z. It quit running on me one time. It turned out to be a loose ground, but I went ahead and bought a relay just to switch it out and see if it did anything, and it didn't, so I have an extra relay. On these, I have on one lawnmower, I wore out the plug-in to the clutch, so I had to put, put 2 of these on there, make my own plug-in, splice it in, and I just keep these just in case I have to do that on the road and, get back into some money. And there's some black tape. Let's see, a little hose adapter. That's about it for the tools, at least in here. I'll show you as it starts to rain. See if I can show you my goodies for the truck. All right. Now basically I have enough stuff in my truck to fix anything, basically. Well, it's my old lady's truck, but all the more reason to keep it going. This is a coil pack. I think I've got a couple of these in here. It's got a coil on each cylinder. There's some little brake anti-squeaks. There's my old radiator cap there, which worked fine, but I had a coolant leak in one of the hoses at one point, so I just changed it to be sure. So now I got an extra. I've got some lug nuts here. These are these fancy rims, freaking regular size lugs don't actually fit in there, so I had to get some splines, which are really expensive. Let's see, the red nut. What does the red nut do? It is, that's wrote on there. Okay, that is, oh, that's one of the lugs. I was actually in Crystal River one day and heard a noise, like a rattling noise as I was going slow, and 3 of my 5 lug nuts were broke off and just falling back and forth inside the under the center cap of the wheel. There's another coil pack. This is a Ford, so you want to keep some extra parts with you. Here is ball joints. These are the nuts for the ball joints. And the C-clip. I have a serpentine belt in here. This is a brand new serpentine belt. I actually meant to put it on when I put the water pump on like last year, but I ended up putting the old one on, and the new one's just rode back here ever since. Then you can see I've got every pulley that goes on the front of this engine. I've got the big idlers, I've got the small idlers. Now I've replaced all my pulleys. I mean, basically everything on this truck's brand new, but these are the old ones. not the best. It's got a little noise to it. But if you need to get home, that'll do it. And between, you know, I've got 3 of them here, so I don't see not making it. And then, of course, a couple oddball sizes that I just keep with the truck to avoid hunting for tools. Like a 18 millimeter. And then you'll notice my tools, here's the, this is the key for these spline nuts. And like I was saying in the other video, everything for this truck is painted purple. Okay, that's the key. This is the Allen key to take the center cap covers off. That's kind of an important one. And you can see this is painted yellow. This actually fits my lawnmower. So that's the color behind it. But yeah, that's basically my extra tools. My cowboy hat, trusty cowboy hat. Then my sister went on vacation and got me this big old sombrero, so look forward to that in some videos. But yeah, that's basically my my setup, and that's all the stuff I carry with me, at least in the truck. I've got an extra, this is a drive belt for the lawnmower, and under there, if you can see it, that's the blade belt. That's like a $85 belt there, boys. But yeah, she's a big one too. And then of course some more weekend maintenance. I've got valve cover gaskets to put on.